All right, hat on, baldness hidden, ready to go. Stream is locked and loaded. How the fuck are you doing? That's what I wanted. That's my first question. Pseudo apartment get. Think of the 20 months. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Nothing like hiding your balls with product placement. It's called getting paid while getting shade. Does that make sense to you? Or are you not fucking marketing pilled? All right. Every clip with an Enron hat in it sells at least 12 Enron hats. This shit adds up, baby. Mellotron, thank you for the prime. Quug, thank you for the prime. Rogue Commando, thank you for the prime. Big A, there's a new Veritasium, but it's probably not. I don't want to watch Veritasium today. I have a couple videos I want to watch. Here's the thing. Let's catch you all up on what's going on. I worked today on a France presentation PowerPoint. I am at slide number 61. It does not have an ending. It needs an ending. It's not done. I'm sorry. It's not done. I'll do it tomorrow. That's the plan. I didn't finish it. 60. What did I say? What is this? 60. Well, 61. Sorry, someone said 67 in chat. And I was like, I didn't say that, did I? It's at slide 61. It's not done. All right. Understood. Plus, it's probably helpful because tomorrow, LeCornu is supposed to release his GPD, general plan for, it's a French term, it's whatever. He's got to do his plan, and he hasn't second resigned, so there could be some actual news from that. So tomorrow, I'll have more information. I'll wrap it up. Finished. Great. I also had to finish a presentation about rocks that I'm doing for Lemonade Stand tomorrow. And I bought a bunch of rocks off Amazon that I'm going to be bringing as props. I had to work on that. So I did 2 things today. I worked hard on them. And I might need to finish them for tomorrow. So I don't know how long tonight's stream will be. However, there's a couple things I do want to do. Number 1 is I want to talk about some updates on some of the things we talked about with Steve Eisman on the podcast. That's number 1. I'll talk about that. Number 2, I want to talk about, there's like at least 2 videos that I would watch on my own that seemed very interesting. One is, a 60 Minutes piece that aired 23 hours ago and already has 500,000 views with Andrew Ross Sorkin talking about similarities between Wall Street of 1929 and today. That seems up my alley. It seems interesting. I want to watch it. That sounds, of course I'm going to watch that. That's Atrioc bait. All right. We're going to watch that together. It'll be really fun. The second thing I wanted to watch, where was that? They call it Ball Street when I'm on it. Sorry, I was going to move on, but I have to stop and I have to give respect, you know? It's a greased wheel here. You're farming +2s and I'm going to give it to you. Monitor in frame. I don't see it. Did you see that Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry are returning? I did. And I made the joke that, well, she started dating him around the time of the space mission, and he had just gotten off resigning from his Canadian PM. So I just thought they were the 2 most hated people that could only understand each other, that no one but them could understand the level of public hate. It's a support network, if anything. Do you think Katy Perry does blackface? I don't think so. I think all the blackface face paint is taken up by Justin Trudeau. There's just not enough in the relationship for both of them. He uses it all. Avid YouTube watcher here. I'm new to Twitch. How do I fast forward through all this boring stuff? Do you know, I get your joke. I think it's very, very funny. But for me, I hear that a lot from YouTubers that come in, and I wish I could fast forward through it from you. So I do have a way to do that. It's called banning you, and I'm going to do that. Thank you. Welcome. That was your first message. I'm sorry you picked a bad day. Enjoy the YouTube though. Enjoy the YouTube. Year of kindness. No, No, it's not year of doormat. It's not year of pushover. Okay? Sometimes a little bit of strength can be kind. You ever think about that? Avid YouTuber watcher. Hi. You actually can rewind now. They did add that. Although, I will say, although I have been complaining about and wanting a rewind feature on Twitch, after all these years, we finally got it, and I don't really use it. I haven't really used it that much. Maybe I want it in spirit more than I wanted to use it. But it is kind of glitchy. I will say. You click it and it's like, it's not as fluid as the YouTube one. And it's not on mobile. So there's two downers. Hey, Big A, my girlfriend and I bought today our first home in a crazy house market in Quebec. Very excited to see the market crash in 1 year. A little bit of gallows humor from a Quebecan home buyer. Yeah, well, yeah, if you're planning on living there, not so bad. Not so bad. If you're planning on living, if you got 10 years in you at a place, then just ride through it. If something did happen, the people that are more at risk are those that are buying it to Airbnb or fucking, I don't know, or with a job that will be gone. The Australian Prime Minister's personal phone number got leaked by LinkedIn. What is it? I'll call his ass right now. Albo? Let me call up Albo, give a piece of my mind about negative gearing. Okay? Let me let his ass know. He spends all his fucking time trying to stop kangaroo attacks, which are a big problem, I do admit. I'm not going to not pretend that kangaroo attacks aren't fierce in Australia. It's like the number one source of death there. But like, after that, it's negative gearing. They got hands. I saw a documentary called Kangaroo Jack when I was a kid that taught me two things. One, kangaroos can talk. And two, they can punch you like a boxer and knock you out or kill you. So based on that, I think I'm kind of an expert. We should start shorting the dollar like the British guy who became a billionaire. Aha. You're such a vague. Who are you talking about? I feel like you're talking about like George Soros who broke the Bank of England. I don't know about a British guy who shorted the dollar and became a billionaire. I think you've mixed up some things. But you're laughing like you're high. Wait, you are talking about George Soros. So he did not short the dollar. He wasn't British. He was American, and he bet against the Bank of England. It's a complete opposite. Atrioc, I was reading the FT in a cafe on lunch on Saturday, and a girl asked me if I was in finance. There you go. There you go, dude. Say yes. All right. It's a big trend on TikTok. Girls are looking for finance guys. All right. You just roll with it. It's W Riz. Now, yeah, say, nah, girl, but I'm heavy into Binance. And then pull out your phone and show her your crypto portfolio. That's how it works, dude. Now you're making profits. Dude, I'm into generational debt. Interesting. Because as a person finance adjacent, I could provide that. It's a little thing called Fartcoin. You wouldn't understand it. Yeah, it's true. Listen, it takes many years of study to be an accomplished crypto investor and understand things like Fartcoin, the way the market cycles move, okay? To be able to flip between Dogecoin and Fartcoin and Shiba Coin and Cum Coin takes a steady hand and a deft understanding of Satoshi and his white paper. I read it every morning so that I can be ahead of the curve. Is your room CGI? Yep, this is all CGI. I've hired a team of round-the-clock developers from laid-off game design studios to create this fully accurate and immersive world. This bottle of seltzer water isn't even real. I'm holding nothing right now, but they're digitally adding it in during the course of. How crazy is that? It looks real. It has heft. Why don't you add back that hairline? I mean, they're trying, but this is all they can do. Technology only goes so far. There's only so much they can do, dude. You understand? It's like there is a human limit. GPUs are time is expensive. All the Silicon Valley titans have bought it up. Did you see the new Tron movie had Grok at the premiere? What the fuck does that mean, David Blaine? What do you mean Grok was at the premiere of the Tron movie? Grok's not a person who could be at a premiere. Grok premiere. I don't see anything. Oh my God. This is Grok? Wait, no, it's worse than that. Wait, which one are we talking about? Is the robot Grok or is the awful, awful AI generated character posters in the back sponsored by Grok? These are both terrible. Damn. We all love Grok, don't we, folks? Grok, is this true? Grok, is this true? What I'm seeing true, Grok? We must be bad then? I don't know. Is it? I haven't seen it. I have not seen it. Oh my God. Tron Ares had a worse opening day than Morbius? That's not good. That's not good. It's a more expensive movie. It's Troning time, baby. You know what they should have done is have Morbius appear as a special character in Tron. That would have been good. Jared Leto could have played both. That would have been Jared Leto like puts on the Morbius mask and talks to himself. That would be fucking cool. I'm just saying we could have fixed this movie, but instead, which Morbius opening day was released 3 times? Listen, I don't know. What am I, Mr. Morbius? You're acting like I'm a guy who like sat in the dark and said the word Morbius 600,000 times while playing Elden Ring. I'm not. I don't have an association with the movie, dude. I don't even understand what you're talking about. I liked the movie, but I'm biased as the popcorn was very yummy. I've had the opposite experience where a movie probably was good, but the theater was too cold and I had gross pretzel bites with it. And so I didn't like the movie. It's like the other stuff matters. The rest of the experience matters. If the theater is too cold, your movie has to be extra interesting to keep my interest. I'm getting out. My brain is shutting down. Pretzel bites is not a good movie food. Oh, I'm sorry. Fucking Lord Red Carpet, who is the god of theater food. Pretzel bites is a fine theater food. It could even be a great theater food with a little bit of cheese dip, but they got to make it right. Okay? You can't, don't gatekeep pretzel bites. You eat them too fast. I'm sorry. Now it's not a good theater food because I eat them too fast. You don't know how many I got or how fast I eat. Pretzel bites W theater food. Thank you. Nachos, I would say, are not a good theater food. I don't like them. I feel like theater nachos are universally gross, and the cheese is universally grosser. I never like it. I don't like it. And they're kind of fucking loud. Okay? Like, I don't think you should be allowed to bring in a bowl of Lay's potato chips and crunch on them in the fucking theater. I think there's a limit. Okay? You eat sour candy, it's quiet. Popcorn, it doesn't crunch the same way, so it's good. But a fucking crisp chip? Brother, I'm trying to watch the film here. You are crunching during Schindler's List. That's why popcorn is the GOAT. I don't think popcorn's the GOAT because of the sound. I think that's a bonus. You know what I'm saying? I think popcorn's the GOAT because it's like a butter and salt delivery vehicle that you can just mash into your mouth like a pig for a whole 2 hours. That's what I think. That's why popcorn's the GOAT, dude. I started smoking cigarettes as a movie theater food or just in general? Because I think smoking a cigarette as your movie theater snack is pretty based. Just right there in the middle of like fucking Toy Story 4. Just lighting up a fucking pack of smokes. I think that's great. I think that's sick. Yeah, 12 pack of beers and a dart. Yeah, I think that's good. I think you're on the right track with that. I only watched La La Land with the crunch of Doritos really adds that something. Yeah, it adds the annoyance. La La Land does feel a little bit better when everyone else in the theater is slightly annoyed. It makes you feel more like the hero, like you're the main character of the movie watching scene. So that's good. It's a blunt. I mean, a blunt and a Sonic movie does sound good. Don't get me wrong. I think sour candy remains. Sour candy and a tall soda with ice is the GOAT movie theater food. That's the best. Sour candy and a tall ice cold soda is going to be your best. Yeah, it's not good for you. I'm soda free in my life except for movies. That's the one time I break edge for soda. That and a late night taco truck. I'll have a fucking Mexican Coke, of course. But something about movie theaters makes me fucking want soda so bad. It's such a good time. What's your strat for pissing mid-movie? I don't like to miss a frame of the movie, so I just literally piss my pants. That's mine though. I just sit there and I let it go. That's how and then I just make sure because I don't, it's like if you don't want to get spoiled, you don't have to look things up. I can't eat nachos, but you can piss yourself. Hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles, brother. That's the way the cookie crumbles. I don't make the rules. I just tell you them. Adult diapers are goated in movies. Are you being serious now? I can't tell where the bit ends. Are you putting on Depends to go what? I will say, with the length some of these movies are going, this is going to be the fucking meta. What is the deal with every director making every movie fucking 3.5 hours lately? What the fuck's going on? It used to be a standard movie was 90 minutes, and they would fucking the great ones, the special ones would go 2 hours, okay? And now every fucking movie 3.5 hours. Avatar 3 is gonna have an intermission. You have to bring back intermissions. If a movie is over 2 hours, 15 minutes, give me an intermission. I fucking want one. I want an intermission. And I want to be able to get up and get some snacks and take a piss and go, hey, movie's pretty interesting so far. Who do you think's the killer or something? That's what I want. And I won't fuck. Oh, dude, now we're talking. Wait, this guy, vote pause. Yes. You should be able to surreptitiously press a button on your fucking seat that vote pause. And if enough of the theater votes pause, the movie just freezes and goes, hey, go get a piss. Yes, dude. Absolutely. I support it. But it would be so funny if you show up to like a matinee showing and there's like 2 people in there. And there's just some weird guy in the corner who keeps freezing the movie. I remember I saw this movie it was for work actually. I had to review it for a Twitch weekly something, fanboys segment or something. It was King Arthur. Legend of the Sword. This movie sucked ass. It was like trying to create an Arthurverse. It was a cinematic universe, but like they didn't make you. This movie was terrible. Anyway, I went and saw this in theaters, and there was only one other person there. Trying to find it. Yeah, here it is. Well, I mean, what a terrible photo, but what a terrible photo. But the theater was empty. I don't know why I'm wearing a leather jacket too. Theater was empty, and then one person showed up after the thing started, and it was just me and that person. You look afraid, I fear. You sound afraid. I wasn't afraid. Bro thinks he's Jensen's before I even worked at NVIDIA. So how about that? Riddle me that. You look like an extra in the Matrix. That's the highest honor compliment you could ever give me. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Watching the rest of the movie after the one other guy walks out halfway through would be so tough. I went to see The Hulk. You guys probably weren't even born yet. How old this fucking Hulk is? I was a kid. The Hulk, Eric Bana, 2003. Who was born before 2003? I went and saw this Hulk. By the way, that's the worst fucking CGI I've ever seen. I saw it with my little brother. I was like 2003. I'm like 12 years old. My brother's like 9. I went to the theater with him. The movie was so bad, even as a 12-year-old, that I walked out and I left my little brother there. Not good babysitting, folks. I went down and I watched a different movie. I don't even know what I watched. And we didn't have cell phones. Pretty fucking stupid, honestly. My parents were not happy. But the movie was that bad. It was, you could just tell, even at 12 years old, like, this movie sucks. I'm bored. What's your rising sign? I don't know. I'm not really a astrologist. Hey, Big A. First time chatter here. Don't look at my history. You have thousands of messages and you were subbed for 7 months. I'm not going to read your question because you tried to trick me. Don't think you could trick me. Are you excited for 1929 by Andrew Ross Sorkin? Yeah, I already bought it. But I'm now just recognizing the connection between that book that I pre-ordered. When does it come out? And this video we're about to watch. That's crazy. I kind of forgot it's the same guy. When does that come out? 1929, Inside the Greatest Crash in Wall Street History and How It Shattered a Nation. Oh, it's tonight at midnight. Holy. Oh, let's watch it. Let's watch it. Because I'm on the clock here, all right? I gotta. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, 60 minutes in honor of a brand new book by Andrew Ross Sorkin about 1929. Oh, I'm not a manager. Let me take this off. Has made a video called Worrying Similarities Between Wall Street Today and 1929's Pre-Crash Market, which sounds extremely interesting, and I wanted to watch it with you. So that's what's going on.
Stocks took a nosedive on Friday after President Trump threatened a big tariff hike on China.
They're already back, first of all. Let's not get our kilts in a bunch. Yeah, they're already back. He already backed down a bit. It was funny, though. He was like, on Friday, he's like, China will not get away with this. They will not let this stand. They have made a big mistake. And then on Monday, or on Sunday, he was like, Xi Jinping's a good guy. He made a little mistake, but who doesn't, you know? But he's a good guy. We're going to get this figured out. We like China. That was quick. It was fucking quick, bro. You know, I really don't like when people imply that, you know, like 2008 was the last one ever. That's it. That's it. We figured it out, and we'll never, ever, ever have the human problems of greed or FOMO or expansion of debt. They'll never bite us in the ass ever again. They happened for thousands of years, but we figured it out. I find that to be quite a specious line of reasoning. I'm excited for this book. It comes out today. I mean, this is not a promo, but I'm going to read it, and I'm probably going to make a video about it. I would love to do a video about 1929 in general. I feel like I haven't covered it. It would be cool to do a video historical and then of just breaking news. And I'd be really excited to do that. So I'm excited. And I'll pick it from my book club. That's what I'll do. I'll pick it for the Lemonade Stand book club. But super fucking interesting. Maybe I can interview him. What if he wants to get interviewed? I just realized we have the opportunity now with Lemonade Stand. Dude, I'd love to interview him about that. Yo, let me figure out if this is possible. He might be too big. But anything's possible. Maybe he's got a book to sell. I'm going to post. I'm going to social media Kenny. You guys got to respond and vouch. Say, I let you borrow my Ferrari. Aiden, what do you think the chance? I wonder if he's got a business email. Before I fucking do the tweet thing. Oh, he's got one. Okay, I'll send an email first. I'll send an email first before I go with the fucking public tweet. I'll send an email. The tweet seems, wasn't the point of teaming with Voxes that they help you? Yeah, but if I can just fucking run it, it's cooler. It's always cooler to do it yourself than be introduced. Isn't this Vox's job? Yeah, if I don't get a response, then I'm going to talk to the Vox guy and be like, hey, fucking deal with it. But it's always cooler if I'm talking to them directly, because then it feels more Like, they helped get me the connection, but I'm actually talking to Graham Plattner. How about that, motherfuckers? Yeah, we got Graham Plattner on the email. So it's cool. Platt Gyat. Should I say that to him, you think? Think this is a good opener? Hey, Platt, how about that Gyat? You guys are thinking yes. Only if he has one. I guess I haven't really seen it. So we'll have to wait. Play this clip during your interview. Gotta ask him about the lizard eye. Okay, guys, from my understanding, he has an actual eye condition, and that is like a broken pupil or something. So I'm not going to call him lizard eye or whatever. That was my mistake. I thought it was a shadow and it looked crazy, but he actually has a eye condition. It is cool. It's cover. Okay. So you want me to actually double down? You want me to go, hey, I know you say you have an eye condition, but actually I think you are a lizard person pretending it's an eye condition for cover. That's what you want me to triple down here. You're only half lizard though, because only one eye. Your mother was a lizard, but your dad was human. And that's why you are able to understand Wall Street finance, but still have the heart of a man. Is that? Yeah. This is a really great line of questioning that I'm going to table for now. Probably not going to use it. That was very interesting, though. Very interesting. Oh, okay. So, wait. This is what I want to talk about. Okay. Look, I wanted to defend myself a little bit. Not that I didn't very, very, very much enjoy my conversation with Steve Eisman of The Big Short. And in fact, I will be going on his show, I think. Me and Aiden will. Probably not Doug because he's traveling to Japan. We're going to go on his show. And probably in a couple months. And talk on the follow-ups of what we did. We're going to do that. It's going to be a follow-up. So it'll be cool. I'm totally down for that. However, I do want to defend my position on that show, okay? I want to stand up for it because on that show, we said a couple things back and forth, and it's only been a week, and there already has been a lot of interesting follow-ups, okay? I just want to, I want to stand by what I said. That's what I'm saying is I remain a strong advocate for the position I took on that show. There was a lot of hand-waving, I felt, that, maybe to someone only looking at tone would be like, well, it sounds like he's got to figure it out. But if you actually listen to what's being said, I found it to be pretty interesting. So the three things he talked about, right? If you watch the episode, you can discuss. But the three things he said to make us understand that, there's probably not a big issue. It's probably fine. He had three things, okay? Number one was it'll only go bad if we have a trade war with China. Okay? Number one was the consumer is fine unless we get a trade war with China. That was number one, okay? This is a direct quote from the episode. Number two was he said, I could see the consumer getting worse if unemployment rose, if unemployment kept rising. Employment up. Okay? Which has been my position for a long time that unemployment is rising and will continue to rise. Okay? But okay. And then number three was, and this is a big crux of his argument. I think I was very interested in what he was saying here, and I listened closely to it. But the core of the argument here was that after 2008, after 2008, we got new rules for the banks. New rules. Okay? And with the new rules, banks are no longer as susceptible to taking on bad debt, is essentially what he said. They have to have more, what you would call tier one capital, which is like easily accessible funds to make sure they can handle any shakes in the market and they can cover up any small amounts of losses, and they have a lot more stability. Okay, they still have a certain amount of leverage, but it's not an insane amount like it used to be. Okay, that's the idea. Okay, after no rules. These are the three things. So I just want to go through a few things that happened. These are like news items from this week after the interview. Now, this is all stuff you could have talked about going into it, but okay. Number one, this is Friday. Okay. Now, Trump is not, he's wishy-washy. I don't doubt it. But the U.S. and China trade war is clearly escalating again because China has ramped up its blocking of rare earth metals. And in response, U.S. has threatened a 100% increase in tariff November 1st. Now, Trump has not backed down from that yet, though he is still planning to meet with Xi Jinping. I'm sure they'll find some middle ground, hopefully, and slow this down, but it's clearly escalating. The direction of travel is towards more escalation, more decoupling with China. If you were to flash forward 1 year, 2 years, do you think we're more integrated with China or less? I think it's less. I think the direction of travel is that we are getting more decoupled. The world is becoming more polarized and not more unipolar, okay? So that's one. Again, the U.S. and China are about to launch the next front in their trade war. Okay, so that's number one. Let's give that a check mark. But there's still two more things. Now, number two, okay? Again, the BLS statistics are not being reported because our government is shut down, which I don't know if you were to weigh the odds here, if that's good or bad for the economy, but I would say bad. Our government is shut down, headed towards possibly our longest term shutdown. But our unemployment rate is at a near 4-year high. We are in a no hire, some fire economy. And we are having, on the data we can see, a surge in long-term unemployment, ringing alarm bells. Okay, this is from 10 days ago. Okay, people are getting fired and not able to find a new job. It's not that there's like completely no jobs, and it's not like people are all getting laid off all at once. But the people that are getting fired or are getting laid off or are trying to leave their job are finding it very difficult in finding a new job. So slowly but surely, the long-term unemployment is trickling up. And obviously that's a snowball effect, so it can get faster, okay? As hiring slows, more Americans are job hunting for months. It's going to take a small miracle, okay? So I would say, again, also the ADP data, not the BLS data, but the ADP data, came out and it was miserable. It was a contraction in private sector jobs. So I would say, again, maybe it's not right now this second, but the direction of travel on unemployment is up. It's not looking like it's getting better. It looks like it's getting worse. Okay? That's what I would say. And then the last thing, this is the key crux of the argument, was after '08, we have new rules at the bank. Now, I talked about during the thing about how, banks are hiding rising defaults in things like auto, credit card, buy now, pay later, student loan, CRE, those things. But those aren't the biggest chunk of what a bank has. They have a pretty big diversified portfolio. I'm certainly no expert on, even if those things had high default rates, does that really impact the bank? I'm not 100%. I don't know. But overall, there's new rules. They have to have a certain amount of safe capital to cover their losses. Now, here's the fucking update from today. I'm sorry, from yesterday. Wait, my thing froze. Bank deregulation set to unlock $2.6 trillion of Wall Street lending capacity. A significant easing of post-financial crisis rules. If you read this article, it is specifically about how the Trump administration is rolling back the 2008 financial crisis rules that require banks to keep a certain amount of tier 1 capital. Okay? Gives a capacity to absorb losses. Okay? They now can loan more. They don't need to keep as much on their books as a safekeeping. They can just go crazy with loans. Again, a huge amount of these loans, by the way, are going to go straight into the AI boom or bubble, depending on how you define it. These loans are going to go straight into building and funding more data centers. Now, if that works out great, great. If not, it's even more risk. Okay? So again, while other banks in Europe are tightening lending standards, they're tightening. They are requiring banks to be more safe and lend out less. America is going hog wild. We are removing all restrictions and saying you can go crazy and spend and spend and spend, and you don't need to have so many on your books. Okay? So this is all happening now. So I would say all three of these things indicate some level of risk that is being mispriced. And I will say this. This is my last thing I'll say. Okay? When I was in the car with Steve Eisman after the podcast, and I was talking to him more about it as we were driving, I'm not going to pretend to know his mind state, but he did say this to me. I was like, you know, I was trying to dig into more details, like why he believed what he said on the show. I was like, man, you know, what do you think about this? Like, how do you understand? And he said, he didn't use me as an example. He used, who's the gold guy? Ray Dalio. He's like, look, Ray Dalio may have billions and more dollars than me, but one thing he doesn't have is a movie. Everybody wants to predict the next short, okay? But I did it. And there's only one Steve Eisman, okay? Which I think is badass. But it does indicate to me that he's really proud. He's really, based on the way he was talking, he's really proud of being the guy. And he doesn't like the fact that I opened the segment by calling it The Bigger Short and having the Jenga blocks. And I don't think he liked it. I think I got the sense that he's like, this is my shit. This is my area. Okay. And that's fine. That's fine. I thought he would be more playful with it, but I get it. I understand. And I really did like our conversation. And you know what? He can 100% be right. But I just don't think the arguments he made are holding water with what I'm seeing now. Okay? And I do think he might have, I don't know, more interest in what I'm saying than maybe he let on, because the second he got back home, his very next episode of the Real Eisman Playbook started like this.
We're going to see further deterioration in cars. We're going to see further deterioration in credit cards. We're going to see further deterioration in buy now, pay later. People are stressed, and that's going to have an impact on the economy.
Because that's exactly verbatim what I said on the show. Okay? That's word for word. I had Jenga blocks that said buy now, pay later, auto, credit card, and I want to just get across that I don't think I'm fucking crazy here, that I'm like, okay? Last thing. This is not about, again, I think Steve Eisman, we can go back and forth all day. I like talking to him. He knows his shit. It's incredible. It's fun. But some commenters who don't understand either side, I find annoying. And one thing I saw that kind of pissed me off was people were like, Atrioc just took these takes from the FT. Atrioc just read the FT and repeated the takes. First of all, I want to say two things. If you are a Twitch streamer who only read the FT and repeated the takes, you would be the number one most intelligent Twitch streamer there is. Okay? That would be a fucking 100x bar increase for this fucking hell site. It is a very well-respected, good publication. It is my daily driver, and I read it every day, and I do really like the FT. I got no fucking problem with that, and I'll stand on business. That is not a, don't you dare come at one of the best publications there is pound for pound and act like, oh, but no, I want to just stand on business here and say, I did an insane amount of research for that because I wanted to make sure I had my shit ready, including, I'm going to pull it up here. Give me 1 second because I have to go back into the fucking catalog. But we're going to find it. I think this is it. Nope, that's the robot voice. Wait, where is it, dude? Where is it? This might actually take me 3 minutes, so hold your fucking horses. But it will be worth it. Where the fuck is it? Okay, wait. This is it. No, that's literally me playing Absolute Radiance offline shirtless. That's not it at all. Dude, I need to label these. I need to label these, bro. I need to label these. Half of these are like, Second takes on ad reads. Dude, where the fuck? The problem is, oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it. Okay. So this, now I haven't released this yet, but this is.
So a non-performing loan is either 90 days past due accruing fee and interest in.
This is a 3-hour conversation with Bill Moreland, okay? A 17-year bank regulator who's walking me through deep financial data. Now, this guy has clients that include central bankers, top bank executives, okay? And he walked me through point by point what he's seeing in the data, which is what I presented, okay? And I gave him credit on the show. This is not like I'm just fucking, I saw an article and I went after this story and I fully believe there's some real shit here. I think banks are being shady, which is what Bill Moreland talks about in this fucking long form interview. So again, I will be releasing this, maybe not the full thing, but we're making a video of it. I've been really slow. I apologize. I've been slow on editing it all down, but it's fascinating. I mean, it's
or non-accrual. So when we say that you modified a loan, if you put it on non-accrual, that kind of defeats the purpose here because it would automatically show up as a delinquency.
Okay, so he's fucking walking me through this shit, and I feel, again, this guy has a lot of credibility in his industry. He's worked as a risk manager at a bank and now is at a fucking higher spot. So I just think I just stand on business of what I said. I don't feel like I need to fucking change my tune just because a person disagreed. I'm supportive of what I said is all I'm saying. Anyway, that's my update on that. I think I don't know if there's anything else to say. Holy shit! Thanks for the fucking subs. Thank you, Dyslexic Frog. Thank you for the 50. Do you have a message? Thank you. That's fucking appreciate that. You should check out Sparkish Kid on TikTok. I think her content is right up your alley. Is this a promo? What?
There is no better framework for Jerome Powell's current reality than Two Phones by Kevin Gates.
I got 2 phones, one for the beaches and one for the dough.
An elegant summary of the Fed's dual mandate. Bitches for employment, keep the labor market satisfied. Dough for inflation, keep the currency respectable. This is literally the job description.
Think I need 2 more.
And now he actually does. One for Bill Politi's Twitter crusade, another for $2.5 billion renovation hearings, plus a burner in case Trump decides to sue him personally.
There they go again, one of my friends. They don't give a damn how a nigga been.
No one cares about Jerome's well-being.
So
Everyone
true.
just wants rate cuts yesterday.
All they wanna know is what I got to give. How much did I spend? What I got to lend?
Powell catching heat for both the pace of balance sheet runoff and the $2.5 billion Fed HQ facelift.
What I did and what I didn't do for them.
Trump says he's too slow on cuts. Democrats say he's risking jobs. Dual mandate? More like dual mandate.
Partners up in jail, gotta feed the kids.
Banks in trouble, jobs on the line. Still gotta keep the kids fed. Literally.
I got 2 songs.
That's powerful shit. Wow, thank you for this recommendation. Incredible content. I never knew that Kevin Gates' Two Phones was all about Jerome Powell's dual mandate, but it makes total sense. I like both that song and Jerome Powell. Yes, of course. Of course. Of course. I have read his work. Thought, but think of the prime. Does the FT stand for fart? Yes, but they shortened it to make it classier. It is a British newspaper, so they think that kind of shit is funny. It stands for fart. Favorite book with pictures? I don't know, but I'll tell you a story. I was in London with no money. So my family lived in Germany when I was in college because my dad was stationed there. And during the summers, I would go back to Germany. Okay. And then one summer, I invited all my friends, if they could pay their own ticket, they could come back and stay with me in Germany and see Europe. None of my friends took me up on it. Everybody said no, except for this girl named Ariana, who was my friend at the time and is now my wife. Okay. She took me up on it. So we go back to Germany, and we were friends. We weren't dating. And to enjoy Europe during the summer, we would get these very cheap Ryanair flights. If you never tried Ryanair in Germany or in Europe, it's basically a bus with wings. It's like a Greyhound bus with wings. It has the cheap plastic seats. It like shakes in the air. It's like worse than Spirit Airlines. But you can get it for like, yeah, I mean, you can get it for like $15 flights. I mean, you can get like insanely cheap flights. You are like a cattle in a but you can get very cheap flights. Okay. So we decided to go to like Rome and London, and where else did we go? I mean, we go around to the big cities of Europe, but incredibly cheap because we have no money. All right. I'm college freshman at ASU. Okay. Now, there's a lot of stories that happen here that I've told before, but I don't know if I've told this one. Okay. We go to London, and I've told a story about missing our flight and all that shit. It's terrible, but we go to London, and we go out and we sightsee all over the city, and then we're done for the day, and we go to the hotel, and we're going to sleep, but I'm not tired. Okay. I'm not tired. So I decide I'm going to go out and I'm going to walk the streets of London at night. Okay. That's my plan. I'm going to walk the streets of London at night. I don't know why I decided to do this, but I'm just going to do it. Okay. I just want to enjoy the city. I want to walk around. So I am walking through London in the dark and just like catching the vibe, and I don't remember what part of London I was, but it wasn't insanely out there, like we had been at Piccadilly Circus during the day. We could have been that far. But I'm just walking through London, and this has stuck with me for now coming up on 15 years. I don't know. It's been a long time. 14 years. I'm walking through, and there's two guys in an alley. Okay. Alley adjacent, not in the alley, but on the corner entering the alley. Okay. And one of them is really tall. Oh, wait, you have heard this story. Wait, how the fuck? How do you know about Giraffe Guy? I've told this story? That must have been years ago. You know this story? That's crazy. That must have been years ago I told this story. Okay, well, I'm fucking... Okay. Well, there's two guys. One is short and fat, and one is tall and skinny with a long-ass neck like a fucking giraffe, okay? Like an absurdly long neck. A giraffe-like neck. Okay? And they're arguing with each other, but I can't really hear what. But I'm walking past them, and I can just sort of make out what they're saying. Okay? And they're pissed off about a restaurant they had just come out of. And the tall giraffe guy says, if there's pictures of the food on the fucking menu, it's a fucking Denny's. Which do they even have Denny's? Do they have Denny's in the UK? I don't know, but this is verbatim what he said. He was, I pieced together the whole story in my mind. They must have gone somewhere. They wanted to be fancy, but he didn't think it was fancy enough because there's pictures of food on the menu. And then the other guy goes, you're always sticking your fucking neck in things like a fucking giraffe. And these two fucking things have stuck in my head forever. I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever heard. It's the funniest argument I've ever overheard in my whole life. And I don't know, that's the story. I mean, you guys have heard it, but that stuck with me for 14 years. It'll probably stick with me till I die. And I think about it every single time I'm ever opening a menu and there's pictures of food on the menu. For 14 years, when I see pictures of the food, I think of that guy. Um. Can't we do this one again on March 26th? I think that's fine. We'll tell to get on March 26th. Clip this and send it back, and I'll tell the story again with heart and feeling. Read asks message. User, ask the storyteller. Oh, yeah! Big announcement! Big announcement! Big announcement! Where's the fucking link? Big announcement!
No, I don't.
From Atriarchy Studios, presenting.
I don't have churro fingers. Stop. Okay, we're gonna jump into Marketing Monday. Let's get into Marketing Monday, presented by Atriarchy Studios.
Marketing Monday today. We don't.
Next slide, please.
don't-
Introducing me,
okay.
Beautiful Panda. You guys already know I'm Beautiful Panda.
I guess there is a Marketing Monday today.
Today is September 11th, 2025.
It's not. No, it's not.
I know. 9/11. Well, happens to be a Monday. All right, let's get into it. Tag yourself.
I should have been a skater, maybe a heartbreaker, some kind of creator, simple money maker. Just a simple
Okay,
money
we
maker.
don't need a different version of the song.
Time passes me by, I'm cold, but it's July, and I know that my disguise will melt off in
New
the
old
sunrise,
version?
and I know that it's designed for the sun to make me shine, but it feels
All
like this time
right.
that my heart's been mummified.
Marketing Monday on September 11th. Diving right into it. First off, we're talking about Atricon. No, not Atricon. Ask. This isn't. No, we're not talking about Atricon. Next,
Atricon!
Atricon, presented by the Atriarchy.
Atricon!
Big in real life event coming 2025. You have brain rot.
Okay, just because this could be a video where they take long to get to the point, I want to make sure you guys know if you're listening right now. There's going to be a live event where we've rented out a movie theater, and we're going to watch a reveal of a documentary / album that Atriarchy has created. I'm going to be there. Some friends of mine are going to be there. Maybe some of the Lemonade Stand guys. We're figuring that out. And I might do a live Marketing Monday or something, TBD, but it will be fun. It's going to be in Los Angeles. I think tickets are going to be announced in this video. I don't think they're too expensive. I think it'll be a fun time. If you're interested, you should go. It'll be a really good time.
Famous quote from that other streamer, Atrioc. What do we have going on at Atricon? We have marketing, music, and Moomunity. Okay, we've got live Marketing Mondays in person. Atrioc will be presenting a Marketing Monday.
True.
We'll have an ad competition. People are going to make advertisements for a product or a service that we'll announce here pretty soon. And Atrioc and maybe some other surprise judges will be judging them.
Possibly
The winner
Lemonade
will
Stand
receive a
guys.
prize. More information soon. And Atrioc will be there. He'll be crashing.
If you can't go, a fun thing you could do is film an ad for the ad competition. It will be funny. We're going to watch your ads on stage and critique them. It'll be fun. So check that out.
Us live. And then as far as music goes, we've got the final Atriarchy album, Terminal Brain Rot, and the Atriarchy documentary. Also
Formal attire required. Yes, you have to dress up in a suit like it's the Morbius premiere. Everybody needs to be dressed head to toe in a tuxedo.
Terminal Brain Rot. Don't know
Black
why they named
Tux
them
affair.
the same. That's not, the best for SEO. Are we talking about the album or the documentary? Who knows? There's nothing to, separate the two. And then Moomunity, slang for community. We're going to have Smash. We're going to have art, games, glizzies, live, fun. I've never done ketamine before. I'm not a ketamine kangaroo. Stop.
This is not what my stream looks like. This is not my stream is like.
Anyways, next slide.
This is a bad understanding of my stream.
No. Did we go back? We got to go forward. Next slide. No,
No,
that's
I don't.
back. Okay.
I don't fuck up the slides.
Why do I even pay this guy? Live in Los Angeles, Lil A at the Colt LA venue. It's a big movie theater. We're going to sell some tickets. There's going to be fun.
November
activities. This is an
22nd.
In real person.
2 p.m. to
event.
10
Please
p.m.
show up. Please plan on being in LA at this theater if you want to join in on the festivities. November 22nd, 2025, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Colt LA.
Okay.
Again, I cannot emphasize enough. This is an in real person event with live marketing Mondays from Atrioc.
I mean, we're going to stream it.
Community.
If you can't be here in person, we're going to stream it.
Knows? Everything's going on there. Next slide.
You know what I like is that you're playing copyrighted Connor Price background music during this whole thing, so I can't even use it in a clip. This is the worst promo I've ever seen. You've learned nothing from Marketing Monday. It's 8 minutes, 53 seconds. It's got copyrighted music in the background. You opened with 3 minutes of not the information.
This is the venue, the Cold LA. If we look at the menu that they have at their concession
I have to
stand,
review
they
ads
do
more
have
often, so
coffee.
you guys know what an ad looks like.
So a big, that's important. That's important. Chat. Chat, what are we talking about? What?
Panda.
No,
Panda,
I didn't
why?
shock my Pikachu. No, he has lightning rod. It was healing him.
Okay, that's not.
God, you guys are.
Get into it.
Can we drop that? I didn't shock the Pikachu. Okay, this is the venue for Atricon 2025.
Cross
It's called the Colt. It's down in LA.
into that type
We're
of
gonna be
content.
Joining there. There's
Okay.
not pictured here is a pretty big theater. It holds about 250 people.
250.
So hoping you guys buy tickets soon.
Well, we're not gonna get.
We're gonna have an all-star cast at Atricon. We've got people like Atrioc, maybe Pay, maybe Adish, maybe Ari.
Dude, I like that there's only one confirmed, and everyone else here's a maybe, including my wife. I do think that Aiden and Doug. Well, we'll see by the timing, because if it conflicts with Japan, then we'll see. But Aiden and Doug should be able to come and do the judging.
ABS 3K.
And Kanye will be there,
I'll put
of
it
course.
like this: most people
giving
on
a
this list
rant.
are maybes, except for Atrioc. We
Dan
know
Clancy
Atrioc
will be there.
But
Angelina
look at this
Jolie
list
will
of
be
people.
there.
We've invited all of these people.
Tom
to come
Hanks
out
will
to
be there.
Atricon. The only person that says guaranteed that they're
Robert
going
Downey
is
Jr.,
So,
Ted
the only
Kaczynski
one that
will be
really
there.
matters will be there. Sam Bankman-Fried, I think I saw him in the corner.
Sam Bankman-Fried will
Did
be
send
on
him
work
an
release
invite.
from
Don't know if
prison.
he's coming. He hasn't got back to us.
Jason
Okay,
Momoa will
let's
be
hop
there.
into ticket pricing for Atricon. You want to come, you want to see what the fun's going to be about. We've got a few different tiers, starting with Egg Roll Elephant for $20. That gets you into the event, all the drinks and snacks you could want, chips, soda.
Okay, just to be
water.
clear, by the way, I am paying for this whole event. The money raised will go to charity. I don't know if they picked a charity to split it, but the charity I picked is Reading Partners, which is a charity that Ari has worked for, where you read to children. It has been unfunded by the Doge cuts, and it's a really good charity. They do real work that helps children learn to read and children that fall behind in reading in school. I think it's really cool. Ari met with the same girl for like 8 months and made real progress in her reading ability, and people that work there are great. So I'm supporting Reading Partners. I think there might be a second charity, but I'm not sure. But
Unlimited snackies all throughout the day. That gets you basic entry. Step up from that is everything in Egg Roll Elephant. Plus, you get a merch bag. You get a drawstring bag. It's going to be packed with different Atrioc and Atrioc-related merch. It's going to be awesome. So if you're interested in that, buy that ticket. Above that, for our whales in the community, we've got 2 higher tiers, the Macchiato Muse and the Piss Pony. For $1,000,
don't buy
you
these.
will get a custom song made specifically for
do
you
not buy these.
from the Atriarchy. But say you don't want one song. You want a full album.
Do not buy these. This is the
Piss
absurd
Pony.
amount of money. This is
$5,000. You can have an Atriarchy-made album for you.
Even if you wanted an album so bad, you're gonna have a thing on your credit card receipt that says "Piss Pony," and people are gonna ask questions. Anyone who can see your account's gonna ask questions. Don't do that for $5,000.
You and your loved
Even if
ones,
it's for
or your
charity.
family, whatever you want it to be about, we will make an album for you. But please do note that the Macchiato Muse and the Piss Pony, neither of them come with entry. You still have to buy at least an Aggro Elephant ticket to get into the venue. So if you do buy the Piss Pony, but you don't buy Aggro Elephant, and you show up at the venue, we're not letting you in. And then, of course, all the money, all the proceeds.
Okay, I'll say you can, of course, get in. If you somehow spend $5,000 on charity, I will make sure you're in the building. I promise you. Dude, I don't care what the fuck he said. Yeah, of course. Of course you could come in and watch the fucking movie if you spend $5,000 for charity.
That we will be making off any of this will be donated.
I'll cover
to
the
charity.
20.
This is a fundraising event. Speaking of charity, next slide. Our charity that we're going to be donating everything to is Reading Partners.
Yeah!
Since 1999, Reading Partners has been mobilizing communities to provide students with the proven, individualized reading support they need to read at a grade level by 4th grade. So what they do is they basically pair kids that have reading issues with adults to tutor them, teach them how to read, inspire them to keep reading for the rest of their lives. If you want to check out more, the link's down there at the bottom.
It's really cool. They find books the kids are actually interested in. They read with them. They get them interested in reading. They help them catch up to a grade level reading level. Most of these kids did not have reading around them growing up. And also maybe they didn't have good schooling where they could read. And this helps them a lot to not fall behind. Individualized reading, one-on-one reading is one of the very best ways to learn.
Readingpartners.org. That's where we are going to be donating any and all the money that we raise / make at this event. And last but not least, the tickets are live right now. So please
Tix.atricon.live.
Atricon.live. There's only a limited amount of tickets. We're looking only to sell about 250, maybe 300 total if there's enough interest in it. So please go buy tickets right now. It is live. It is available. I can't emphasize enough, this is an in real life, in-person event at a real movie theater. There will be a documentary showing. There will be live Marketing Monday presented by Atrioc. There will be Smash. There will be other fun and events going on. However, if you can't make it, don't bother buying a ticket. This will be on stream, hopefully on Atrioc stream. We'll see about that, but it will be streamed somewhere, someplace. So if you can't make it to LA, please do not try to fork out, however much money it's going to take for you to get here. You can just watch the stream. However, if you are available or you do want to come to LA and you do want to meet us, you want maybe a greet and meet with Atrioc, see the event, see the fun, please purchase a ticket. They're live right now at the link.
Check it out. November 22nd, Atricon in Los Angeles at a movie theater. Please Klarna your ticket if you can't afford it. It's for charity, so it's totally fine to go into debt. I take back everything I said about buying a pay later. Okay? Thank you guys for watching it. Website broken? Great. Good. Good start. Yeah, it looks like it's not working. I'm looking at it right now. No, it's working. I can get there. I'm in. Working right now. You can see. Buy tickets. Dude, it says price $21 to $5,197. This is a bad look. You should have put the Piss Pony somewhere else. It looks like the tickets are so absurdly expensive. Can I buy now, pay later? Not only can you should. It's encouraged. It'll be more enjoyable on debt. It's a flex on the day. All right, chat. Listen, I know that this has not been a extremely long stream. I think I am. Am I going to play Silksong? I think I can't, actually. I straight up can't. I actually have to finish a lot of stuff for tomorrow. No joke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is not a big stream today. I was going to skip today, though, so think about that. Think about that. I was going to skip, and now I'm not going to skip. I went live. I know everybody's pissed at me, and I get it, but I have 2 presentations to be done with for tomorrow. France and Rocks. And if I'm not done with them, then I'm letting my co-hosts down, and I'm letting my editors down, who I said I would have the presentation done for tomorrow. So 07 soldiers, I have to work. If I don't have it done tomorrow, everybody can throw rocks at me, and you can yell at me, but I should have them both done. I think I can get it done. And 07, peace, boom, deuces, pressure. Can we raid somebody? Let's share the love. Somebody's still alive, right? Somebody's still alive. Dude, I bet Slime is in a horrendous mood. He's playing so much League, dude. That can't be good for you. That can't be good for you. We raid Nandre? Is he live? I can raid Nandre. Raid Nandre. All right, give Nandre some love. All right, thanks for, you can go watch Slime too if you'd like to, but I'm going to go offline. Thanks, guys, for watching. Goodbye. Good night.